Now, before we begin watching this video, I want to take a look at what I see. I really do appreciate whoever's doing her makeup nowadays. I took a little trip down memory lane today, and I could see the days when she actually hired somebody, and I appreciate that. But as I said on somebody's channel in the comments today, you could put lipstick on Lil Wayne, and it's still Tiffany Henyard. So let's get started.
Oh, come in, come in. Hi, guys. It's Super Mayor Tiffany A. Henyard, the People's Mayor and People's Supervisor.
Now, let me ask you a question. God damn, I forgot to introduce myself. Hello, my name is DELACREMEDELA. I am the host of the Breakdown Show on this channel, DELACREMEDELA. I forgot to say that because I'm not self-important.
I'm going to give a moment for people to come in so I can talk about this $1 million giveaway.
Now, mind you, mentioning she does call it, and y'all, yes, I am smoking. I hope you are too. OMG. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know where I got it. I just grabbed something out the freezer.
So, come on in, come on in. We ready. We ready. Come on in, guys.
Let her get through her inviting
Got
people
some great
in.
news, some epic news, and I want to share it with the world.
I'm going to bring the volume down and just let it play in the background. I had to jog my memory real quick. I want you to take note that she calls this thing a giveaway, okay? It's very important that we take note that she calls this a giveaway. And while she's inviting the people in, I'm going to go ahead and Google the word so I can make sure my understanding is right.
I love making sure that the people get everything they...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, based on, the Googles and Oxford Languages Dictionary, a giveaway is a thing that is given free, often for promotional purposes. Like a pre-election tax giveaway. What a coinkydink, they use that as an example. I call this a fake giveaway. Because it's not. It's gaslighting at its best. I'm going to let y'all go ahead and hear now.
And I love what I do, which is service. You got to have a heart for the people in order to do this job that you see me do so effortlessly. And I just want people to...
What'd she say? No, for real. What did she just say? Did she say effortlessly? Y'all, I have a very big issue with the woman's lack of vocabulary and inability to enunciate basic words. Like, I really have an issue with it because she calls herself a super mayor, but she can't say simple words like effortlessly, even though she has no business saying it. Because why would you tell people that as a elected official, your work is effortless? Even if it is, you don't tell people. You want them to think you out here working hard, rolling up your sleeves and shit. But efforts, I can't even say the word as bad as she said it. And I'm not even trying to throw shade out of no class shit. I'm throwing shade out of some education, representation shit. It bugs the shit out of me that we allow people to represent us who can't say words.
Know that I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. But today, I'm going to educate you on a couple things. Before we start with the $1 million that I know you all are tuning in for, I want to tell you what the township actually do. A lot of people don't know the township exists. Over 80% did not know Thornton Township exists. People in South Holland, Lansing, Riverdale, Harvey, it's said that people did not know that you had a resource center in your own backyard. For those that don't know what a township supervisor and board does, we are a resource center. We help you with all the things as it relates to a necessity. So your light bill, your gas bill, your water bill. I even help bury your loved ones. People don't know that. We help here at the Thornton Township up to...
What does she mean, I? Take note.
$1,000. So if you're struggling and you cannot afford to pay for burial, you cannot afford to cremate a loved one, please reach out to us. That's in our general assistance department. A lot of people don't even know that exists, but it exists here in your township. And you must, let me repeat, you must live in Thornton Township in order to benefit from these resources that we have. Something else that GA does, which is general assistance, we also help pay other bills such as mortgage and rent to assistance. So if you need help with things like that, guys, I need you to reach out. Call our line, 708-596-6040. Again, 708-596-6040. And then press the extension for whatever you need. We have a food pantry, we have transportation, we have senior services, we have after school programs. We also have wheelchair ramps that we give to our seniors and our veterans. People don't know. When you don't know, you don't know how to respond. So I want to just kill a lot of the noise that's going around in our communities. It's said that bad news travel faster than positive news, and I'm here today to tell you that this too shall pass. For what you see your super mayor going through, because people can lie, they can.
So we're going to stop right here for a second because we're about to pay really, really close attention to the lies and the manipulation, the gaslighting, the narcissism, it's a very preacher, pimp-ish presentation that we're about to see here. You know, this too shall pass. So here we go with the religious triggers, right? Here we go with the religious triggers. This too shall pass, baby. Don't worry. Because weeping shall endure for a night, but joy comes at election time. So I just want you to take note of what we're doing here. We are manipulating. We are gaslighting. We are using religious triggers to initiate loyalty and compassion and pity instead of being accountable and taking responsibility and maybe even being apologetic or maybe a little humble. What you see your mayor going through now, she talking to Thornton, or is she talking to Thornton, or is she talking to Dalton? Because she's the mayor of Dalton and she's the supervisor of Thornton. But she just said, this too shall pass. What you see your mayor going to, that's because she's under investigation as the mayor of Dalton. So when she's coming to you right now with a resource for Thornton Township, but she's trying to gain back the love and the loyalty of the people of Dalton through it. Catch that. What you see your mayor going through, she talking to Dalton. Even Dalton, my apologies, even though the whole time, this whole thing is for Thornton. It ain't for Dalton.
Tell tales, they send people off, and I don't appreciate that, because anybody that saw me grow, you know where I come from. You know how I became the person I am. Everybody knows me from Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? I've always been an entrepreneur. I always had that go-getter spirit, and I'm always going to work. Anybody know that you can't outwork Tiffany Henyard, because when you sleep, I'm on the street.
Now let me say something based on my research. Everybody that knows Tiffany Henyard knows her to be a dedicated community woman. This new bitch is a new bitch. From what I understand, she came about after she somehow mysteriously became the supervisor of Thornton. She's from Dalton. So when she says, y'all know me, now mind you, this addresses to Thornton. This is the Thornton $1 million giveaway, but she keep talking to Dalton because that's where she's under investigation right now. That's where she's been the attempt for recall. Although it failed, it's currently under appeal again. That's where she's getting the accountability that she needs is from Dalton, the people of Dalton, the elected officials of Dalton, everyone but her staff. So while this is for Thornton, she's talking to Dalton. Y'all remember me. Now, she mentioned in a video that she used to drive through Dalton. Her parents used to bring her to Dalton when she was a little girl to see the Christmas lights, and then her family later moved there. Her mother lives there. Her father, I think, lives there. Her sisters and brothers live there. One of them looks like Flavor Flav, but I'm not going to say who. So anyway, her family's been in Dalton. So that's who knows her. Okay. That's who knows her. So she's still begging to Dalton to have pity on her without taking any responsibility for what she's done to the city and what she's still doing, allegedly. See, I didn't forget. You feel me? Y'all know me. Now that's what everyone remembers. And everyone's like, the Tiffany we elected, the Tiffany we inaugurated is not the Tiffany who we see before us. And so I did a little walk on down memory lane today, and I went all the way back to the village of Dalton, because that's what this is all about. This isn't about Thornton. She's using this, what we will uncover in a bit, which is a fake giveaway, allegedly. She's using that to gain the favor of the people in Dalton. So we'll talk about her relationship with Dalton. Now, Albert Young. Shit. Hey, I'm live. Let me call you back. All right. Sorry, I don't want to lose my train of thought. She's using her relationship with the people of Thornton, which is probably not as bad, to gain favor with the people of Dalton. So, right around, I'm watching the videos from the meetings, the city meetings, the village meetings, even from the last mayor, right? Now, there were a lot of times during the last administrations, she was a trustee in Dalton for 8 years, which is 2 administrations, if I understand correctly, maybe 1. And she was holding that mayor accountable for some of the same things that she's doing now, okay? Submitting budgets with no information, submitting warrant lists with no receipts and invoices, that sort of thing, being disrespectful, blah, 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 canceling meetings, all that other stuff, allegedly. Something happened where I saw a first meeting that she had as mayor-elect that was beautiful. The first meeting that Tiffany Henyard had with her new board of trustees was with just about everybody you see here except one other person, a character called Ed Steve, who she calls Steves because Black people like to put an S on everything. They have very positive interactions. And even at the very end of the first meeting she has as mayor, she makes a lot of mistakes in the meeting. She forgets a lot of protocol. She gets overly zealous because she's not really that professional, and she forgets a lot. She's excited because her ego is feeling real good right now. This isn't really about the work. And so she's in a kid zone, kind of like a sugar high, a dopamine high. Thank you. And they're very positive interactions. And at the very end of the meeting, she said, this is what unity looks like. And that meeting was only like 58 minutes and 10 seconds. It's in the breakdown playlist if you guys want to go take a look at it. Everything I reviewed today to prepare for this conversation tonight is in the breakdown playlist. I didn't know when we were going to have the conversation, but I knew we would. So I started putting stuff in the playlist already to prepare for this conversation. So you can go back and see, it's probably one of the more recent videos in our playlist, the positivity that was on that board. And then things start happening where she starts presenting her appointees, the people she's appointing. And of course, the board is asking questions, and you can tell she gets a little defensive, tells them that they need to just go ahead and hire the person. He's a good guy, blah, blah, scoobly blah, that type of stuff. It feels like a real mafia type situation, allegedly. And then I noticed there was a question about the party planner for the inauguration and the cost. The bill wasn't paid in that meeting, it wasn't voted on that it would be paid. She seemed a little personally upset by that. Now, I already have this hypothesis going that I would allege, and I would agree to anyone who would allege that Tiffany Henyard is getting kickbacks from the vendors of the Village of Dalton, who she has connected with the Village of Dalton. I mean, why wouldn't I believe it? One of her friends, another mayor in a nearby town, just got arrested for the same thing this week. I mean, people are worried about her misusing the credit cards, but we may need to really be paying attention to the fact that she's fighting so hard for these vendors to get paid, and they all have the same sounding last names, as though she's gearing up for another election by possibly paying off businesses for support. Because how are you a Black elected official and you can't find nobody to fix the lawns but the Gonzaleses? Okay. You can't find one Black. Oh, so you'll cut off the grass program in Dalton and have the kids cutting people's grass for free, but you won't pay a Black lawn care company? You happen to only be able to find ones with the last name Rodriguez and Juarez? Who are you trying to garner a vote from for the next election? I would agree with anyone who would allege that she is paying off companies to endorse her and promising that if they endorse her, she'll get business. I would agree with anyone who would allege that she's getting like fucking straight out kickbacks, because some of these bills is high. And then a lot of the vendors who the board has approved to pay, has signed checks for, vendors aren't getting paid. So then she gets mad because the board won't approve new budgets or new bills. Just wanted to give you a little bit of background on I'm going to call her Lil Tiffany. I want to call her like Weezy, Young Moolah Baby. Y'all know, I think she looked like Lil Wayne. But I don't like to call people by nasty nicknames. I just think it's immature.
When you sleep, I'm taking care of the will of the people. So I just want people to know that I care and that I really, really, really give up my life for community, people I don't know. And it's a shame that you do get.
She said she give up her life for community, but she got that expensive ass security detail.
Dragged in the media for things people just say, hearsay. And I just wish that people would check facts before you judge. Don't judge anybody, because at the end of the day, you cannot judge anybody. You only got one person to answer to.
There it is. How you gonna tell me not to judge you? How you gonna tell me what to do and what not to do with my own brain, my own empirical research, my own common sense? How dare you think it of yourself to tell me not to take what you show me and come to a conclusion? There go them religious triggers.
As you and God. Because when it's that time, everybody that you've been kikiing with, hanging with, keeping up mess and turmoil with, guess what? They're not going to be nowhere to be found.
Is she in church? You see the religious triggers? Because, you know, it is assumed that all Black people are Christians, which is unfortunate. We still there. But we coming out. Anyway, is this an appropriate place, setting, atmosphere, topic to religiously harass people? I thought that was for church. When people come in on your live and you're a mayor, should you be preaching to them about their afterlife and what it might look like because they judged you while they were on earth? I don't think so.
So I just need you guys to take a moment and understand that I am human too. And I do have a heart and feelings and emotions too. And you guys see that I wear it on my sleeve majority of the time. But I'm gonna go through it, but at the end of the day, watch me grow through it. And I want you guys to see this as you see me elevate. I've had amazing opportunities before me. I got the opportunity to go to the White House. Yes, the White House. Thank you, President, for the invite. And I thank you for all the love and support that you're going to give the Soft Land. I got a lot of great information to tell you. When we did have our conversation, yes, me and the President of the United States had a one-on-one conversation as it relates to what we're going to do in the Soft Land. So
ask Joe Biden, do he remember that conversation? For real, for real. And I'm not even trying to be funny. Tell me what he say.
So stay tuned for that, because I'm going to show you that. I'm going to tell you that. And I want you to stay focused and have tunnel vision when it comes to the mess, because there's so many messy people, but they don't want you to get your flowers.
Wait a fucking minute. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to stop it. She just told the viewers to have tunnel vision when it comes to the mess. And I just got a flashback of when my dad was teaching my brother how to drive, and I was on the back seat. And my dad told my brother, stop having tunnel vision when you drive. He said, this isn't football, this is driving. You need to keep your eyes open and see everything around you from the left to the right, because we got deers and crackheads. Keep your eyes open. Always look to the left, look to the right, scan the area, keep your peripherals clear. But she's telling people, when it comes to information that is adverse to my narrative, shut your eyes and follow me blindly, literally. She's telling people she's telling them to have tunnel vision. That's literally how you get in a car accident. That's how you get into a shipwreck. That's how you get robbed on the street.
And I am here today to give you your flowers as your super mayor, Tiffany Henyard. So first, I'm going to start with transportation. We have a transportation.
Oh my God. I just had to say it. One more time. I want you to, no. Don't take a shot every time she says super mayor. Don't. We're not going to celebrate that. This is some bullshit.
Transportation department here in Thornton Township. So if you're watching, if you're a senior, or if you are a resident and your mom live in this community, but you no longer do, please reach out to us and we will take your parent or you from A to B. So that means if you got a doctor appointment, if you need to go to the grocery store, you need to go to the hair salon, yes, we will make sure we pick you up and take you so you can get all the services that you need. So I want you to know, just call us.
So I want to use this opportunity to put something in perspective. The average income of a resident, which it bugs me, they don't call them citizens, they call them residents, like they're in a mental institution or a jail or something, just rehab or something. But the average income is $20,000. So that, I don't know where you live. I don't know where you live, but the average income where I live is higher than that. And in the area I live, these services are not available. But the reason why these services are available is because she lives in a very poor area. Now, she would like to pat herself on the back that these services are available, when number one, the reason why these services are available is because the people are so poor. While you're making $300,000 a year and spending $3,500 on airfare to Vegas, she thinks it's a great thing that these services are available. But when her parents moved to Dalton, the area wasn't in a position to need these kinds of services. I wonder if she knows that she's part of the problem.
schedule that. And that's between the hours of 7 a.m. until 4 p.m. and sometimes 5. So just let us know. Even on weekends, sometimes we're working on that for a Saturday route for you residents. Senior services, we have a senior department in Calumet City, Riverdale, and South Holland. So if you need help, I'm talking to my seniors, y'all need help as it relates to a health check or anything from just y'all need friends. Guess what? We are one big family here at Thornton Township. We have big bingo every third Thursday of the month. It is jam-packed. Over
We have big
500
bingo,
people show
y'all.
up. And yes, you win air fryers, Keurigs, microwaves, stoves, refrigerators. What's the big one that they like? The dryer and the washer they just did this past time. So I just want you guys to know that we have these things for residents. Everything that we do here in Thornton Township is free. Free. You don't have to pay anything. It is free. All you have to do is sign up and be prepared to come and show up and show out and enjoy all the resources that we have to offer. One thing that I can say about Tiffany, meaning myself, is that when I came, a lot of things wasn't in place. A lot of things was at numbers of 100. When I came in, I increased the numbers 3 times, quadrupled the times, and now residents know that Thornton Township exists. As it relates to our food pantry, we got beans, greens, potatoes, you name it, it's in the box. We got fresh produce, guys. When I came, you guys all wanted fresh produce. We didn't have that. We really just had canned goods. So it's a lot of great things that we have turned around here at Thornton Township, but I just want you guys to just stop, pause for a minute, and read. Pay attention. Stop listening to nonsense, because you can discount your blessing because you're not opening your minds to the goodness that we actually do produce here at Thornton Township. Another thing we have is after school program. The after school program here at Thornton Township is for youth ages 16, well not 16, from what, 3rd grade to 8th grade. And then what we do is we pick your baby up from school. So if you are a parent, you work a 9 to 5, you can call us and we'll pick the baby up and we'll take them to our Thornton Township building in Riverdale, and where they will learn Spanish, because I'm real big on bilingual. That's another way that a kid can have an advantage when it comes to an application, because I want our kids to have the things that the schools are taking out. I also have something for penmanship. So those that want to learn how to write in cursive, this is for you, because right now you ask kids and people to write their name, to do signature, put the signature down, they write it, they print it. So my job is to make sure that I give our kids the tools necessary to succeed in this world, or this so-called life. So I just want you guys to know that that is here for you. And then last but not least, music, guys. Yeah, you guys know how we grew up and we had music class, because you got to give the kids some kind of opportunity to do self-expression. So that is also another thing that we have here in Thornton Township. Next, I want to basically bring on KP, Key Price. He is over our food pantry, because I want you guys to hear from the person that runs it every day, so I can tell you how our numbers have increased. We was at 100 people we was serving before we came here, and now we serve 500 people every Wednesday. 500 people come, needy people. This is how bad it is as it relates to food. People need food in our communities. And my job is to make sure we supply, make sure that we have it available for you. So I'm gonna bring KP up. Come on down, KP, and we're gonna let him talk to you guys about our food pantry here in Thornton Township. Every Wednesday, come get food. If you are a senior or a veteran or a disabled.
Look, I didn't realize I was muted. What I was saying was, she thinks it's a great thing that they were serving 100, now they're serving 500. That's not a good thing. That's reverse wealth. That's an increase in poverty. And poverty is not a good thing for cities, for towns, for townships, for villages. We're going to skip over him. Hold on. All right, I think we got him out of here.
There on Wednesdays, you can go there and just get in line, and then the food is free. You just have to be a Thornton Township resident. Let's go to my next thing. To the youth, I say this all the time: I am you, you are me. I am a product of 149, 148, 205. That's school districts. I grew here, as I always say. Everybody else flew here. So with that being said, this is why you guys see me stay in the fire, stay firm, stay consistent, and you guys.
That's why a lot of residents feel a certain loyalty to her, because she's relatable and she's committing allegedly a kind of affinity fraud in terms, allegedly.
See me as I climb this uphill battle, because hey, God did not say that it is not going to form. He said it will not prosper. So with that being said, I just want you to know that I'm up for the battle. I'm up for the fight, because lately we've been winning and winning and winning, despite what you may hear out here. We won every lawsuit when people sue us. I just want you to know that it's so much mess that...
Who is us? I mean, she's the only person being sued. And she's won. That doesn't mean she's right.
I just want people to be able to see clearly that it is light at the end of the tunnel. So I just want to thank you once again for all you that send me love, support, flowers, cards, emails, texts. I just appreciate the love, and I want to thank.
Not Texas. No, I'm going to call every single one of those out, because I don't like it. I don't like that a public official who's been through the ranks and matriculated through some kind of education doesn't know how to say texts or effortlessly.
Thank you to all my viewers and all my people that have been following.
Why are our standards so low? That's all I want to know. Why is this presentation okay in an all-black city, in an all-black village? Why is this? I have seen people get up to speak against her who talk better than her.
Since day one. I thank you, because I would not be this young, strong woman that you see before you. And as I always say, I am the first. I am the first youngest female mayor of Dalton, making history once. And I am also the first youngest African-American female supervisor of the largest township in the state of Illinois. So I have 2 big seats, and I have...
What does that have to do with anything? I mean, it's 2024. That's not a big deal anymore to be the first black. It really is a shame. But what does that have to do with anything? It sounds like she's trying to gain affinity with people. I'm black. I'm a woman. Me too. I have integrity. I'm honest. I sue. I don't get sued.
Become a person that care about where we go from here. I'll say that. That's what I care about. I care about planting the seed and watching it grow. I care about laying the foundation so those that come after me won't have it as tough as me. But as I always say, I am the Martin Luther Kings. I am the Malcolm X, the Harriet Tubmans, the Rosa Parks. I am those.
What? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go with this self-aggrandizement. I am Rosa Parks. I am Martin Luther King. No, honey. Here we go again. I'm sure we've talked about this attitude before. I'm sure we've seen this personality in other people that we've had to eliminate before. Here we go with this bullshit. I am. No, you're not. Rosa Parks is Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks suffered because she chose to sit. Martin Luther King gave up his life for the freedom, justice, and equality of black people. You allegedly are a thief.
Individuals, and they too have stood in controversy or mess because they was the first. We talk about them, we read about them in school, and now you will read about your true person, which is Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard, in the schools. I will be in the history books. I will be forever talked about, written about. I'm gonna make sure my narrative.
She's gonna be in the history books under the chapter called American greed. I promise you.
It's out there as well. I don't want no one telling my story or writing my chapter, because we're in chapter 2 right now. And in chapter 2, you're going to see everything change course. Everything. Because now I am talking. Now I'm going to tell you the facts, because everybody put all this stuff out there, and now I want you to see what it really is with truth, paperwork, truth. Then judge. Don't judge people off of what people say, because that reminds me of high school. You know how you was in high school and people just talk about people? That's what this is right now. We all grown, but we still gossiping and having a watch party. But I hope you're watching this watch party though, right?
Oh, yeah, you watching.
This is what we do right here, the real watch party, where you want to hear from your leader, where you want to hear from your person that actually governing the towns. Please love on each other, guys, because life is short. I'll say this all the time. You here today, gone today.
Is she about to take up an offering? Because it fucking sounds like it.
It ain't here today, gone tomorrow no more. I just want you guys to know that this too shall pass. I'm going to keep it there. The $1 million. I know you are tuned in for this $1 million. So we're going to talk about that. But I just want to keep on encouraging people to keep on keeping on. Because guess what? They talked about Jesus Christ, right? And he died for our sins. So I just want you guys to know.
Oh, Father. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Would you please tell these people you never existed? Would you please reveal yourself and tell these motherfuckers you were a character created just like the angels to compartmentalize certain aspects of the human mind so that instead of believing in ourselves, we would follow religious ideas and submit to a government? Would you please, Jesus? Because you have been created now. You're a whole thing. So you got to tell these people the truth. Tell these people you are an Odu. Tell these people you are an idea. Tell these people you are a character. Please. Please tell these people you are a God who was created just like the devil. Please. Because I'm so tired, especially of these black people using you. You never died, right? Would you tell them you wasn't never even born? Please. They don't, like, for some reason, they don't believe it when we tell them that you were written at the Council of Nicaea and you were created as an idea to steer people's minds in a certain societal manner. Jesus, you have to tell them. They're not listening when we tell them. They're not listening. 325 AD, it's in writing that this thing happened, but nobody's listening when we tell them that you were a created idea. So Jesus, please tell these niggas that you never existed so they can stop using you as a weapon against each other and manipulating people with the ideas of you. You never died on the cross for nobody's sins. It didn't happen. Please tell these people so she can stop using you like this. Okay? It's not fair. We got two fights to fight. We got to fight the fact that you never existed, and we got to fight the fact that this bitch is using your name to steer people's hearts and minds away from judgment and criticism toward manipulation. Man, it's not fair. You tell them you never existed. Now I'll keep my foot on her neck. High five. Okay. So anyway, let's continue. Just had to step away.
People always have something to say. And people don't talk about people that ain't doing the work. Obviously, you're doing the work. You're doing something right. They only talk about those that's running circles around people that been there for years. People have had these seats for years, and what they have not done is people have not given back to the people. So every program that we create, every opportunity that we make sure that we put it for the people first. When me and my team meet, we talk about how can we budget our funds for community. We talk to people in the communities, and they tell us.
Talk about that for a second. How can we budget our funds for the community? Now, here's the issue at hand. Allegedly. All this is allegedly, okay? The issue at hand is that there are budgets, and budgets have been approved, but certain vendors aren't getting paid. Other vendors aren't producing invoices. And she has this idea like because something's in the budget that it's spendable. Like it's not, like it's just, some people spend their money like this. So they say, if I have $600 and I budget $100 for groceries, as long as I spend that $100, that's all that matters. I don't need to present to my accountant or my trustees or anybody who holds me accountable, my spending tracker or anything. I don't need to present any kind of invoice or receipt to show what I paid for. So there needs to be no accountability when it comes to the itemization of this budget and how it's paid out. So me and my community, me and my people, okay, and you know who she's talking about, have been thinking of ways to help the community, ways to budget, things we can budget for, projects like block by block, wondering why it won't get approved because there's no details, because there's no transparency, because there's no real budget. Now, she done got all this program on the budget in Dalton, because this is what this is really about. This is really about Dalton. This is that TD Jakes sermon. This is Eddie Long and the Rocks and David and Goliath. This is that, okay? When she creates a budget, it's like to her a shopping spree. There's $15,000 in the budget. I could just spend it. I don't need to tell y'all what I spend it for. And if I want to hire all my friends to do the work, it don't matter what they charge, as long as we're within the budget. It doesn't matter if, we started a project to fix all the alleyways in Dalton, but now there's a construction strike and we don't know when the construction workers are coming back, but we're going to keep that stuff on the budget. That doesn't even make any sense. Or when those, and I have some reason to believe there was knowledge that this strike was coming up when she put that project together. Or there's this, I hire who I want to do the work. I don't have to bring anything to you as a board beforehand. I just put it on a warrant list and y'all approve it after the work has already been done. That's not how anything works. There's no discussion. There's no evaluation. Those are the things that they're having a problem with. So when she says, my folks and I have been thinking about ways to budget, she's coming up with ideas she can present that the board will actually buy and spend money on. So she can employ, allegedly, her friends, her family, people she owes favors to, or even to get kickbacks, allegedly. That's what no one has said out loud that I'm going to go ahead and put on the table as an allegedly.
Hey, we are like a water park, for instance. I'm using that example. Hey, we are like a ice rink, outdoor skating rink, or
we put an ice rink in this motherfucking town where nobody lives. Nobody uses it.
You know what? We need another food pantry. Those are the type of things that we talk about. But what I want you guys to know is there's 3 referendum questions on the ballot. The main one I want to talk to y'all about is the mental health. Mental health is really dear to my heart, because a lot of people come here to Thorn Township for help because they're dealing with mental issues. So whether it could have been a death in their family, whether it's one of their loved ones going through something. I speak to this all the time.
While she taking a drink, is she talking about the mental health, the mental illness of narcissism or borderline personality disorder? Maybe. She couldn't possibly be.
Second. And I know Stan not gonna mind, but y'all know Trustee Stan Brown. Him and his family is dealing with a mental illness issue currently now. His nephew is an NFL player, and he is dealing with mental illness.
Did she just violate that man's confidence? What? Did she just violate that man's confidence? So now we know Stan Brown's nephew plays in the NFL. The one that plays in the NFL has a mental illness that I'm sure he wanted everybody to know about. Lord. I am flabbergasted.
There was a death in their family, and now they're going through the courts because they're saying that the individual did the crime. This is all allegedly, of course, meaning people can say whatever, but you have to go through the court systems. And I'm only saying that because his mental illness is what the issue is.
I'm only saying that because I could use him as a person to validate whatever it is I'm going to say.
And I'm saying
that didn't have to be mentioned at all.
It's again, we must provide.
Nowhere in that did she mention the services that Thornton Township has provided to this man, Genesis.
Those type of resources in our community. It's a shame that people will get together and tell you guys not to vote for something you truly need, which is services. Y'all need services in your community.
So it's, all right, here go to gaslighting. Here go to financial abuse. Some people like to be financially abused. There's a fetish called FinDom, financial dominatrix. I'm sure Jaguar Wright's aware of it. And it's people who basically hire people to financially dominate them, make them spend their money on dumb shit for them and shit like that. But anyway.
So when that do hit your household, or if it hits your household, you have somewhere to turn to.
When the board of trustees, who she's talking about, votes against something, it's not because they don't want people to have the resources they need. That's ridiculous. The job of any trustee is to make sure the money goes where it's supposed to go and it does what it's supposed to do. This woman is not trustworthy. She's not trustworthy. She does not have a good track record when it comes to financial responsibility. They gave her money for her inauguration. They gave her $15,000 for that potluck ass inauguration, and she went over budget. So now they're watching everything she does like a hawk. Of course, that's their job. That's what she did when she was a trustee. Now she act like she don't know how to use a calculator. No, they're not saying no to stuff because they don't want it to happen. They're saying no to stuff because, no, we're not going to put $50,000 in a budget for mental health. That doesn't even make sense. What are the details? What are the programs? What can we expect from it? At the end of the day, this is not a social service. This is a fucking village. They have to make a profit too. It can't just be a fucking social service. Everything, and you can't keep using that. The youth, the mental health, the fires, crime, getting guns off the street. No, these are just other ways for you to raise money, allegedly.
It's a shame that every other township have voted for mental illness resources to be in their township. We have to do the same exact thing. And currently right now, we don't have a thing.
So every other township, and this is the thing that people do. You see it on the news all the time, you know, sources say, or people say, or that sort of thing. If every other township jumped off a bridge, would you? See, she thought she learned the game. She thought she learned the finesse. I had to tell somebody, like, you're not even pretty enough to run those type of games. Like, you really need to humble yourself and understand what you present before you start trying to play these games, honey. Look. She thought she had picked up the finesse. You know? Get the police chief, my best friend, who looks like... Get him a credit card, an American Express card, Tell the board we ain't got no credit cards, and then just use his credit card at the dollar store and Food Express.
Like that in our resource center as relates to getting all the services. So let me rephrase. If you come to Thornton Township and you need the help, of course, we're going to make sure you have avenue. Of course, we're going to provide someone office that you can go to and talk to, because right now, what's on the rise? Suicides are on the rise, mental illnesses are on the rise, and cancer is on the rise. Yeah, y'all know how I feel about that cancer. So those are the three things that I always get people that come to Thornton Township and ask me for help for. So with that being said, I want to make sure I provide a way so our people can make sure they get the help and resources. I love our GA department. Our GA department has been doing awesome. They have been helping so many people, and that brings me to be bold, be strong, but be courageous as you fight whatever you're dealing with. It could be cancer.
What the fuck is she talking about?